A very warm welcome to all of you, and thank you for joining us today for this exclusive webinar on the Prime Minister Internship Scheme, PMIS, organized by Nasscom in collaboration with Ministry of Corporate Affairs. The purpose is to provide eligible member companies with an overview of PMIS, its onboarding process, benefits, and participation guidelines. We sincerely thank all our participants for taking the time to be with us. A special welcome to Shri Balamurugan D, Joint Secretary from the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and other dignitaries from MCA. Thank you, Shrikant sir, for joining us today. Now I would like to invite Shrikant Srinivasan, Vice President and Head Membership, Nasscom, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Malika. Good afternoon, everybody, and good afternoon to all our members who have been taking the time to join us. And a big thank you to the team from MCA, led by Mr. Balamurugan, Joint Secretary, Mr. Mahendra Kumar, Director, and the whole leadership of MCA. I mean, sir, this is indeed very nice to see that all of you are here. And I know for a good reason, this is a very important topic of interest to the industry too, right? How do we kind of work with the academia and the industry to build the pipeline of the future? Because this entire industry, the tech industry, the backbone of the tech industry is all about people, is all about skills, right? How do we kind of work? How do we hone those skills? How do you kind of grow the organic talent and integrate them into industry is something of great interest to all. It's also nice to see some of our large members also part of this discussion, who are also going to share some of their success stories on how they have been able to reap the benefits of a scheme of this nature, right? An internship scheme of this nature. So thank you all for joining. And without further ado, I would now request Mr. Balamurugan, who is the Joint Secretary, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, to take us through the overall details of the scheme, and then to the rest of us. And then, of course, we will at the end pause for some questions from each one of you. With that, thank you very much, sir. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shrikant, and thank you for everyone. I take this opportunity to welcome all of you on behalf of Ministry of Corporate Affairs. I'm Balamurugan, Joint Secretary. I'm joined by my colleagues, Mr. Mahender is Director, and Nitin Patyal, Joint Director. And my team is having a discussion with Nasscom for a long time. I'll briefly maybe take 2-3 minutes to give you the context and then background of this program, and then the purpose of today's meeting. And then I'll be requesting Mr. Mahender, Director, to take you through there's a detailed presentation that will explain, because many members would be very new to this program. So we want to, we are just considering that, you all not knowing about PMS. With that, that's how we are going to treat today, and then Mahender will explain everything. The overall objective for this program, Prime Minister Internship Scheme, is to bridge the gap between, as Mr. Shrikant mentioned, academia and then industry requirements. Whenever we had meeting with industries, I always used to mention this, particularly I for sake of repetition, still I'm doing that. There's a major demand from industry that you don't get a required skill set when you go and go for recruitment. And then these young kids from rural, particularly from rural areas, and then those who are passing out are not getting any required opportunities. So they also lack required skill set. That's when this program has been announced. In 2024, Honorable Prime Minister announced this program. Honorable Finance Minister in her budget speech announced about this particular scheme, which aims to provide internship opportunities to 1 crore rural youth over next 5 years. Once it was announced, it was like basically announced for the internship opportunities will be provided in top 500 companies. Based on the top 500 companies is based on the criteria of CSR expenditure, and then basically when it was announced, the stipend per month was 5,000 rupees, and then duration was inflexible, 12 months. So, and then age group, only candidates from the age group of 21 to 24 were allowed to apply. Postgraduates not allowed to apply. All these details will be provided. We started it in 2024. We did one pilot and then second pilot in January 2025. Based on the feedback received from various stakeholders, starting from industry association, candidates, state government, so many of them. And then we had detailed discussion with them and received feedback. Accordingly, we decided to change many of the things, increasing the stipend from 5,000 to 9,000 rupees, and then having flexibility in duration from 12 months, it became either 9 months or 6 months. And then initially when we did the pilot 1 and pilot 2, only specific window was given to companies to post that opportunity. That was also changed. It is rolling. Companies can come and post opportunity anytime. So all those details will be provided. But I'll take maybe a minute more. The uniqueness of this program, the most important aspect I would like to highlight is the freedom and then complete flexibility given to the industry. No other skilling program or any other program which aims to provide skilling to the youth is having this kind of a flexibility. We have basic set of guidelines, and then industry is given full freedom to choose which area you want to give skilling this internship, which period, where, what kind of qualification you need, what duration you want to do, where you want to impart, whether it is classroom. Everything is left to company. And also the selection, and then then there's no certification requirement, and then it is voluntary, and also there's no compulsion of you to recruit them. Ideally, we would be requesting all of you, when you train them, if they are good enough, if they are meeting your standards, recruit them also. That is, again, we are nudging all the companies, but it gives full freedom to the company. It is completely trust-based program, and we don't do any verification other than like the certificate submitted by the candidate. It is left to the company based on their policy. That is the biggest differentiation with any other skilling program which is available in the country, maybe anywhere in the world, between those programs and then PMIS. That's what makes it unique, and you are completely you are having all the freedom. So I stop here. I'll not take much time. As I said, the detailed presentation is there. We are in the pilot 3 phase. We started it in March 2026, 20th March to be precise. And one more thing is this entire program is run in completely digital mode. The portal is there. So again, we can also learn from some of the companies. They can also contribute. We are doing that right now. Around 318 companies onboarded in this particular program. In the departure from the initial pilot, 500 top companies to right now in pilot, we have also included GCCs. That's what today is a topic of discussion. That's the reason we are in partnership with Nasscom and also DPIIT MeitY, how we can onboard those companies, GCCs, to become part of PMIS as a partner in PMIS implementation. I stop here. I request Mahendra to take us to the entire presentation. I'll be requesting a patient hearing for another maybe 20 minutes. Mahendra will also take only 15 to 20 minutes, and then we'll open it for discussion. We'll have question and answer session.
Thank you, sir.
Mahendra? Yeah.
As most of things have already been mentioned about the scheme by Bala sir, If Ranveer, if you can go to the next slide. This is an overview of scheme guideline. I'll take you through this.
The Ministry of Corporate Affairs proudly showcases stories of 79 interns. Young hearts that beat with passion, aspiration and the ability to make a difference. Through PMIS, thousands of youth write code, operate machines, prepare tenders, all through the prism of teamwork, problem solving, communication and discipline. It has been a journey of firsts. First flights, first presentation and first moments of independence. From buying smartphones for parents to becoming the first girl in their family to work in a different state. This digital compendium celebrates their spirit and unwavering dedication. The Prime Minister Internship Scheme, a journey of learning, upskilling and growth. The Ministry
So the scheme guideline and some changes which has been done post our experience of running pilot 1 and pilot 2. Now one thing which Bala sir just mentioned about earlier, we had this internship scheme duration of 12 months. Now the important point about this scheme is its flexibility. The companies have this flexibility. They can devise their own internship program of either 6 months or 9 months. So that is one of the change that has been done. Monthly assistance to intern, this has been increased to 9,000 rupees per month, and 90% of the contribution comes from the Government of India, that is MCA, and 10%, which is 900 rupees, is companies' contribution from CSR or their own fund. But there are many companies who are over and above this amount. They are offering additional assistance, including accommodation, travel, etc., from their own fund. Apart from this, we have one-time grant of 6,000 rupees, which is disbursed in 2 tranches. The first tranche within 1 month of joining of the intern, and the second tranche is given after 3 months of joining. Next. So training costs and insurance coverage has also been included after our this experience. Training costs may be funded through companies' CSR or regular budget, and the government will also provide life and accidental insurance equivalent to PM Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana and PM Suraksha Bima Yojana. So this accidental coverage is also being provided to the interns. Companies are free to offer additional accidental insurance to interns. Placement offers have also been formally recognized after completion of minimum half of the internship duration, which has been prescribed under the revised framework. Now there is also a provision of certification. A certificate of completion is issued to all full interns who complete their internship, and if an intern makes an early exit, then after 50% of the completion, this participation certificate can be issued to them. Next. Now eligibility, coming to the eligibility criteria for partner companies. As per the main guideline which we had, a company willing to be onboarded under PMIS must have CSR expenditure for last 3 years and should meet at least one of these conditions. That is, top 2,000 companies based on average CSR expenditure. Its turnover should be more than 1,000 crore of the previous financial year, the figure that we consider. Net worth should be more than 500 crores. And any underrepresented sector. There would be many sectors which would remain underrepresented. Now that criteria or that sector will be onboarded under special circumstances. Additionally, following companies organization have also been eligible subject to the ministry's approval. Now these are 6 categories of organizations which have been given this freedom. One is professional associations or institutions, which include chartered accountant institutes, company secretariat institutes, or cost accountant institutes. MSME through their sectoral associations. Global capability centers. Now GCC, this is why we are having this webinar today. We have had a special SOP for onboarding GCCs under PMIS. Special economic zones, we have another meeting lined up tomorrow just to bring in more companies from special economic zones. Now there were many states who raised this, gave these suggestions that there are many companies which are not yet represented and not yet onboarded under PMIS. So we have given this freedom to state government and union territories that they also can nominate up to 20 companies if they feel that most their companies don't have enough representation, or they are not getting enough internship opportunities in their state. So this freedom has also been given to them, and statutory authorities such as Airport Authority of India or Shipping Corporation of India, they can also be onboarded. Next. Now, the most important slide, I think, is what is the value proposition for GCCs under PMIS. It's a, if you look at it, it gives you access to next generation talent. You have pan-India access to diverse interns. You can easily tap into tier 2 and tier 3 cities, which is beyond the existing GCC hubs. You can also build early pipeline for future hiring. It's cost-effective talent development because 90% of the cost is being taken over under the scheme. It reduces your hiring, training, and onboarding costs. Tests before hire for high conversion roles. You can design internships aligned to GCC functions like tech, analytics, R&D, operations, etc. It is flexible, project-based deployment. It supports innovation, delivery, and capability building. And as was just mentioned, it is all on a digital platform. It is scalable. End-to-end life cycle is managed through PMIS portal. There is a built-in mechanism for governance and grievance redressal. It's demand-driven, so it's easily accessible. So there are various, I think, value proposition. There are various incentives for more and more GCCs to get onboarded under PMIS. Next.
When we talk about these fresh graduates, they are, they need some jobs. They don't have any technical expertise. The industry per se is trying, and especially we in hospitality industry, trying to bring these kids to a mainstream. They will learn and grow, and then they will earn their livelihood with dignity in the times to come. I think this internship scheme is going to help entire youth because they need jobs and they don't have any opportunities. Sometimes they don't get because it's kind of accessible. Especially this portal is accessible at each and every location. This is going to help us.
Hardworking, disciplined, and punctual in their work. My entire REC RO Shillong office is very happy to teach them various skills like financial skills, communication skills, and I wish that their learnings with REC Limited will help them to grab better career opportunities in their future.
We have more than 50 interns working for us here today, and it has been quite a joy to work with them. They bring a new energy with their presence amongst us.
With the help of the supervisors and the mentors, they are being guided in the proper way. They are exposed to the technical part as well as to the theoretical parts of the different trainings.
We have seen these interns coming from diverse levels of the societies, and I have also seen them that they have the hunger for learning. So this is something which we have not seen in many other source of inducting talent.
There is a lot of hunger in them to do well. They are not looking at it as an internship opportunity of 2 months, 3 months, which people normally come from campuses. They come for an internship of 2-3 months and go back. But if I look at these interns, they've come after finishing their education, and they're looking at it as their first stint of work experience.
So these were various experience of many companies, many employers who are onboarded under PMIS. So they all have had very good experience of getting onboarded under PMIS, and they have uploaded many opportunities, and it is based on their feedback that certain modification and changes have been made in the guideline. Now, who are eligible? Youth aged between 18 and 25 years of age. It was earlier 21 to 24, but based on our experience of pilot phase 1 and phase 2, this age bracket has been revised. Those who are not employed full-time, they must have passed high school, higher secondary school. They must possess a certificate, as you can see, from diploma, ITI, undergraduate with degrees such as BA, BSc, any graduation degree, they are eligible to apply. Even postgraduates with degrees such as MA, MSc, MCom, MCA, MTech, etc. are eligible to apply. They must not be engaged in full-time education. However, those candidates who are enrolled in online or distance learning programs, they are eligible. They must not be a graduate or postgraduate from IITs, IIMs, national law universities. These are some negative lists of institutions. If you are a graduate or postgraduate from this institution, then you are not allowed. And you must not hold a professional qualification such as CA, CMA, CS, MBBS, BDS, MBA or PhD. So the guideline is very clear who are eligible and who are not eligible. Those undergoing any skill apprenticeship, internship or training program under central government or state government schemes are not eligible. Even those who have completed apprenticeship training under NATS or NAPS at any point are not eligible. There is an income criteria that income of family members should not exceed more than 12 lakhs and non-family members should be permanent or regular government employees, including self, spouse and parent. So the guideline is very clear on the eligibility side of it, and those who are eligible only they can apply under this PMIS scheme. Next. So what is the process of onboarding as PMIS partner company? Now for a company to be onboarded, there are 3 steps. In step 1, the concerned company has to submit an expression of interest. This is a very simple form. It contains basic details like company's details. Section B will have internship commitment. Now the guideline says that minimum 50 or 15% of your total work strength. This is the internship commitment that is required to be given. So section B deals with internship commitment declaration. Section C has internship requirement plan. Section D deals with internship implementation framework. Section E deals with PMIS cell nomination, some SPOC who would be contacted, and section F is approval letter of the competent authority of the company. So these are very basic details which is required to be submitted by the concerned company who wish to be onboarded under PMIS. They submit this to PMIS cell. The mail address is mentioned here. That is PMIS Industry Support at mca.gov.in. Now in step 2, the evaluation of expression of interest is being done at the level of the ministry. The PMIS cell goes through all the documents. It's a very simple procedure. And in step 3, we give the final review is done by when MCA does the final review. It looks at the assessment of eligibility and completeness, and it formally gives approval for onboarding of that particular company. Post onboarding, portal login credential is being shared with that company admin, and WhatsApp group is onboarding is done by the PMIS cell. There is a separate session for their capacity building and onboarding session, and typically all these process will take not more than 7 days, because regularly we see that we basically expedite the whole process to onboard more and more companies as early as possible. So this is a very simple procedure of onboarding for any companies, and we would request more and more companies, more and more GCCs to be onboarded under PMIS. So that is all. Next, thank you.
So this is Ranveer from the PMIS team. So we also have some representatives who have joined us in this webinar from who are our existing partner companies and have an experience of being in the PMI scheme. So I would request them if you could just unmute themselves and maybe talk about how their experience has been of PMIS, in the second round of execution. So I would like to invite Mr. Santosh and Mr. Vinay Vasant from Infosys. If you could just quickly maybe share your experience regarding your execution and being a participant in this scheme. Thank you.
Namaskar everyone. Balamurugan sir, Mahendra ji, Nitin ji, Himani ji, and entire MCA team, Shrikant ji and Nasscom team. and my dear colleagues and friends. Uh, Wonderful. This is one of the best programs we have ever seen in recent times. And, the vision of Honorable Prime Minister of India has reached out to the right beneficiaries, if I say, because we are part of this cohort too, and 12 months, 1 year, and we have offered 1,000 internships. And as on today, 466 people, they are working with us as a PMIS interns. And the hunger for their, we have to see that the amount of amount of energy, amount of learning, that kind of a curiosity. Nowadays, we are not able to see any curiosity. Without curiosity, we are not able to learn anything. So the real talents, these are the Pakka talents where we are getting from the tier 2, tier 3 cities of India, economically poor, socially, economically poor classes. And it has hit the right time and right spot. And I say that, and most important thing is that, MC has told us, if possible, we can absorb these talents. So our leadership also told us that try to absorb these, which we are working on that. Probably very soon, in a couple of days, we are going to roll out the offer letters to these candidates in various levels. And this would be a great impact story for us as well as MC and Government of India. And I wish all other companies also they can part of this PMIS cohort 3, so that we can join our hands in building the country. And because it Bharat, as Honorable Prime Minister of India and Madam Nirmala ji used to say, that sabka saath, sabka vikas, and sabka vishwas. And this is how we have to work together. And I would like to thank Balamurugan sir and his entire team for constant support. In the sense, whenever we reached out to them, चलेगा वो करेंगे, ऐसा है सर, वो भी करेंगे. I mean, whatever industry requirement, they have accepted it, because 12 months, 1 year program. So we have requested, instead of 12 months, is it possible for 6 months and 9 months? Then sir told us to share the details, which we have shared, and they have accepted and they have modified it. And industry is very glad. And I request other industries also be part of this great program. It will definitely help the poorest, the poor, and bright talents, their industry talents, and economically weaker section. And this is how we have to bring everyone to the mainstream. And how these things are happen, what kind of steps we have taken, I request my colleague Vinay to brief it. Over to you, Vinay.
Thank you, sir. Once again, very good evening to everyone. So it has been a great journey, as Santosh Anantpura mentioned. The phenomenal support we got from MCA and the team is really great. Of course, we hit a lot of roadblocks. There were a lot of concerns, and it was the first time we were also participating. And every time we reached out to the team, they were kind enough to guide us and handhold us in coming up with solutions. And we ensured that the students or the interns get a great experience in this internship journey. So equally, along with the interns, even we had a great learning journey. We learned a lot during this initial stages of onboarding them, going through the training pattern and everything. So it was a mutual learning, and now we are very well prepared for the cohort 3, and we are also excited to start it. And as Santosh Anantpura said, we suggest and encourage many companies to take this forward. Definitely, it's going to add a lot of talented group of youngsters to your company, and it will be a great contribution to the society. So, in the absence of my colleague Jay Prakash, who was handling this, I have been mentioned to thank the MCA team for their phenomenal support. So some tips what we learned, and some of the best practices what we would like to share is very thorough planning would make the journey very easy. So we took along the entire team. It could be the HR team, the facilities, the administrative team, the trainers, the project managers who are going to train these interns in their team. So we took along everyone. So a very good buy-in was there from their side. So we ensured that all stakeholders within our organization were well aware of the background of the students, the interns, and what they would be working, so that they are well equipped with all the skills by the end of the duration. So the key takeaway is good planning and having the entire team who works along, and always there's a scope for improvisation, and we used to collect a lot of feedbacks on a regular manner, how this internship is impacting them in learning and preparing themselves to be job ready. So regular feedbacks are very useful, and as Santosh mentioned, this feedback we took it forward to the MCA team, and they were kind enough to implement most of them. So this is another takeaway, and that's it from my side. Santosh has covered all the important points, and we are equally excited to start with the cohort 3.
Thank you so much, Vinayji. Thank you, Santoshji. I would now request Mr. Uttapa from Wipro to maybe share his experience. The only request I would have from all the members who are sharing their experiences to just keep it a bit crisp, because we are running short of time and we want to actually maximize on the queries and questions which the participants would have. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, all. Balamurganji, Mahendraji, Venkat and Aditya and team, the entire PMIS team and the Nasscom team, thank you for providing this opportunity. Truly privileged to be a partner for this wonderful initiative to make sure that every graduate in the country has an exposure to the corporate, has an exposure to the cutting edge technology, and also to the industry. So from that standpoint, we have engaged in this initiative from end of 2024. It has always been a extremely positive experience for us. I think many of my colleagues and few others also did mention rightfully that the enthusiasm and the energy that we actually see in this the interns that we actually get on board is truly commendable. They come with a very high learning curve. They have a zeal to actually make it successful, and hence that actually collaborates and resonates very well with the larger objective of making sure that every intern, see, the whole objective of the this entire PMIS program is twofold. One is we actually provide the exposure to the industry. Second is we actually make them employable, and third, of course, is to actually observe them within the organization. So I would say in my past 4.5 months of experience after I taking up this role, I have seen at least around 14 of the interns who are actually within a duration. All of them had enrolled themselves for a duration of 6 months, but within a duration of around 3.5 to 4 months, they had actually moved on. They had informed us, saying that thank you so much. We have found an excellent opportunity. So we're moving on to the getting employed, and you have been instrumental in actually giving us that exposure. So very proud to say that this entire ecosystem is extremely positive and going very well, and there is always an excellent support and flexibility being provided by the PMIS team always. So look forward for this continued support and partnership. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Anup from IBM. If you could just share your experience, and then we would move to the question and answers from the forum we have. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you very much. A very good afternoon to everyone here. First of all, a big thank you to Mr. Balamurgan, Mr. Mahendra, and to the entire MCA team. IBM's extremely proud to be associated with this program. It's been a fantastic program. We got associated with MCA last year, and we took in as a pilot. And to be frank, we were initially a little apprehensive about the the quality of students that we would get. But believe me, we were pleasantly surprised to see the quality of students that came in, the kind of energy that they came up with, the kind of zeal that they had in learning, and being ready to be skilled and be ready for an employment. The entire program has been so successful that we've just completed about 1 year of the internship of their internship, and almost about 70% of those interns are now being absorbed into IBM, and that's a testimony of the kind of students that have come through this program. And the entire business is so happy that we are looking at increasing these numbers by about tenfold in this year in terms of the number of interns that we want to bring in through this program. I must also say that MCA has been extremely wonderful in terms of creating memories for these interns. Last year, a set of interns had the opportunity to go and have interact with the Honorable Finance Minister, Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman. This year, a set of interns got the opportunity to be part of the Republic Day celebrations, and that was amazing. The kind of energy that brought into these these interns, the kind of memories that that they have created, is something that they will cherish for life. So once again, kudos to MCA. It's a wonderful program, and IBM would love to be to continue to be associated with this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anup. Thank you. I would request all the participants, if you have any questions to address, to please raise your hands, and we would one by one give you an opportunity to just address your queries. We have officials from the Ministry of Corporate Affairs with us to address the questions which you would have. Thank you.
Maybe I'll come in for a second, maybe 20 seconds, just to thank those who spoke about from Infosys, from Wipro, from IBM. You are all great partners. Without your support, this program could not have traveled this far. Though we had to have good numbers in terms of joining, that's the reason we made all those changes. Thank you for again joining today, and then speaking about your experience.
Thank you for keeping a trust on us, sir. Thank you so much. So we keep on bothering you our concerns, which we are on time. We are responding to that, and for you and entire team, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Ranveer, please take us.
Yes.
You take it on. Yeah.
Ms. Jaya Kumar Velu, you have a question. Please go ahead. Jaya Kumar Velu.
Hello, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are. Please go ahead.
Good evening to everybody and all the members, and really happy to see this scheme. So we as a small company with about 25 staffs based out of Prestige Tech Park, we want to know, we are a 10-year-old company, and we are really now looking to work with the government and other programs to help, and we are okay to pay up to a stipend of say around 20,000, but the criteria of turnover of say 500 crore or 1,000 crore is not there. So our turnover could be close to around say 5 to 6 crores. So how do we participate? And we have a very good track record, and we do take trainings, and we try to help them, groom them, and employ them. So I just wanted to see how we can come and play. So there are so many startups which are hungry for people. So everybody is looking for a big company, but the small companies can also do a great job in terms of training people.
So, Mr. Jayakumar, I think we can take 4-5 questions in a row, and then we'll answer that. All those in a row. because I can
Thank you.
see a lot of questions in the chat box. So maybe we will be able to club the questions and then we'll answer them.
Right, sir. Next would be Avishesh Mukherjee.
Yeah, hi. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, sir. Please go ahead.
So good evening. First of all, it is a nice session indeed, and it is a great initiative by the government, and I'm sure the next generation will get the benefit. Two very simple questions for all of us. The turnover is very high for CSR. In 2000, this 1,000 crore turnover for CSR will only attract the giant organizations in India, right? We are one of the largest staffing consultant firm in India, where we do not have this much of status, but we are eager to take people under this scheme, so the both way can be benefited. And my second question will be, how the things will be reimbursement done from the end of government. Like you said, 10% will be given from us and 90% will be given from the government end. So how and what is the procedure? Thank you.
Okay, next question.
Ms. Usha Kadam, please go next. Ma'am, you're on mute if you're speaking.
Okay, so I'll start with the question number one, and then I'll take the questions which are there in the chat box. Number one, questions about the startup and a small company, how they can participate. Because as per the category A, the eligibility for the companies is to have a CSR expenditure, and they should fall within the category of top 2,000. Secondly, if they have the turnover of 1,000 crore or more, or net worth of 500 crores or more. So for the smaller companies, so we do have the category B, wherein you can see that we do have this meeting today for the GCCs. So if you're falling within any of these categories, like GCCs, or you're falling within the category of MSMEs, they can come through the sectoral associations, or if you are a registered unit in some of the SEZ, so you can also come in to participate through special economic zones, or you can be nominated by the state government companies. So these are the 3-4 categories where you can come in and join the program. So now you have to see that which category you're falling in, and accordingly you can submit your EOI to us, and then we'll process that EOI. And if you're falling in any of these categories, so we will be able to take you. So that is for the number one, which is for the smaller companies and the startups. Second question which came was about the reimbursement process. So during the presentation also, as has been explained by the director, that the payment to the interns is being paid by the government as well as by the company. So it has been divided in such a way that the 10% of the minimum stipend, which is 9,000 rupees, and that comes to the 900 rupees, is to be paid by the company. And once the company makes that payment, so that particular information is being fed into the system, the portal which we have. So once the company uploads a detail of that 900 payment being made to the interns, the system automatically calculates the rest of the amount, which is the 90% of the total 9,000, and it goes to the NPCI. We do have a collaboration with the NPCI and the PFMIS, and that 8,100 rupees payment is being directly made to the candidates to their Aadhaar seeded bank accounts. So this is a process of making the monthly payments to the candidates. Over and above, as one of the questions which I can see in the chat box, that some of the companies are asking whether they are making a payment of 20,000 rupees to the interns. So you can very well make that top up to that minimum 900 rupees of monthly assistance. So if you want to pay them 20,000 in total, so 9,000 will be taken care by this program, and then the rest of the 11,000 additionally can be paid by the company. Of course, that additional 11,000 rupees will not be booked under CSR. Only 9,000 contribution can be booked under CSR. One more question which I can see in the chat box is that the companies are asking if they are not falling within the category of CSR, whether they can make that payment or not. So if you're falling within the category B, like you're falling within category of GCC or MSME or SEZ, or you're being nominated by the state government, in that case, the CSR is not mandatory. The 900 rupees payment can be made either by CSR or by your own funds. So CSR is not mandatory for category B companies and the organizations. And then if you have more questions, then I can take the questions. Then
So we have two more hands raised from Mr. Rajendran and Ms. Razia. So you could just unmute yourself and address your question.
Hello? Hello?
yes, Mr. Rajia, please go ahead.
Okay. So actually, I want to know about the maps. Hello?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So actually, the thing is, we have some we are facing a problem in NAFs, like when we are going to terminate the contract. Sometimes the employee, the intern resign before the 45 days of completion of internship. So when we are trying to terminate their contract, so we are not able to do so because there are some errors that we cannot be terminate the contract before 45 days. So in those cases, if the employee left the organization before 45 days of completion of the training.
We cannot do anything.
So what should I do, sir? Hello?
Yeah, we're hearing you.
So what can we do in those cases?
Okay. I'll answer once we have 3-4 questions in a row. Next one.
Okay.
Mr. Joy Kulapura.
Hello.
Yeah.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Sir, I just wanted to ask from where can I get that form to submit on PMIU? Yeah. So from where can I get that form? PMIS industry support @mca.gov.in. So to share the form, from where can I get?
Ma'am, we would post this call, share the presentation and also the onboarding formalities via mail to all the participants.
Okay.
So we would proceed that post the call.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Ms. Muskan Khanna.
Yeah, everyone, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are. Please go ahead.
So I just wanted to know about the portal functionality. So will the portal allow us to track the stipend payments, company allocation, or whatever in the internship progress?
Nitin sir, you want me to take that question?
I'll answer. I'll answer after we have 3 questions.
Mr. Joy Kulapura.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so my question is like in terms of the candidates dropping in between, or if we have to drop, because we are trying to implement US healthcare trainings. And there is Was that for me?
I think, Joy, there was some interconnection. Maybe you can repeat your question again.
My question was, what happens if in part of our training, we wanted to check if we don't find the candidates, eligible in the course of the training. Sometimes they enroll, but then in the course of the training, so if they drop, how is it? Is there an impact on the company, or is there an impact on the candidate?
I think your question and the question asked about Ms. Razia is more or less same. So I believe that in the NATS there must be a technical issue regarding the termination and all. So it's not there in our system as of now. So right now there are two options available to the candidate as well as to the companies for any discontinuation of the internship. So candidate, he is also free to drop out, and companies, they also have the full flexibility to terminate the contract in case they are not finding the candidate suitable, or as you, Mr. Joy, said that they find that he's not eligible. So in case he's not eligible, then you have one more checks and balances in the system. So while you're making the final selections and before joining, so we do provide a window to the company, that is a 14-day window which is being provided to all the companies to make all these checks like certification and eligibility in terms of education background and the background checks and other things, which can be done by the company. And if they find that the candidate, although being selected, it's not having the proper certification in place, so maybe they can also mark the candidate accordingly in the system at that point of time. And later on also, in case the candidate is not being found suitable by the companies in terms of behavioral aspects or discipline or anything which is not falling in place as per the company policy, so the internship can be terminated by the company. So all these system and all these functionalities are there in the system itself, which is being provided to all the companies and to the candidates as well. Regarding the EOI, as Ranveer has already told you that after this call, so team will be sending all these formats to all of you, so you can fill up the EOI and submit to us. Then again, one of the question was regarding the portal. So portal is something, as Balasar has also mentioned, that it provides end-to-end internship journey, both for the companies as well as for the candidates. So the candidates, from registering themselves, making profile, applying to the internship, doing the internship, getting the DBTs, raising the grievances, everything is being done through the post system. And same for the companies, posting the internship, logging into the system, making the profiles of the companies, making the selections, making the payments, everything is done through the portal. So each and every aspect of the internship journey, both for the candidate as well as for the companies, is being done through the portal, and everything is trackable, both for companies as well as for the interns.
Right. Thank you, Nathan.
Then we have one of the questions. I'll just pick a few questions
So
from.
we have one more hand raised from Mr. Kamlesh Kudav. So, sir, you can please just unmute yourself and address your questions. Thank you.
Next to me, Hasim Surani. I'm the HR at Epicenter. I have a quick question for you guys, that we already have NAPS and NATS program, which we kind of have with our employees. That's National Apprentice Promotion Scheme and National Training Scheme and all. In that we have a DBT, which we get it from the government, right? The employees, I mean the apprentice. But then technically what happened, couple of months we get a notification that there are no funds available, hence the DBT is not getting processed. So which is creating a lot of chaos. We have a lot of attrition because of that, because the DBT is getting delayed. So I just wanted to understand the process of the DBT, how it works. Basically, do we have a fixed timelines, or what is it like?
Okay, so I'll quickly take that question. So we don't have any such issues of funds with the scheme. And as I explained earlier also, that the DBT payments are being made once the company uploads a detail that 10% of that stipend amount has been paid to the interns. And once we receive that details from the system automatically calculates the government share, and the DBT payments are being processed within a span of 2 to 3 working days.
That's great. And I just want to understand, like the stipend, what we're going to process for the employees. Are we going to do it through a virtual account number, which will be provided to us, or we give it directly to the employee in their account?
You can directly pay to the interns to their bank accounts, whatever is suitable to you as per your company policies. And the DBT amount is being paid to their Aadhaar seeded accounts. So normally
That's
once
correct.
they're creating their profile, so at that time we take those details and we ask the candidates to seed their account in case they are not having, because while we are registering the candidates on board, so we are doing the KYC through Aadhaar only. So at that time we are doing that process.
Certainly makes sense, because that's the same process for NAPS as well. And we just need to share the bank statement once we process the salary for them, correct?
You have to just upload an Excel. You don't have to share any bank statement at all. You just have to upload an Excel which is having the candidate ID, which is a unique ID for every candidate. Along with that, you will just simply tell that out of 9,900 rupees, how much amount company is paid for that particular month.
That is great, amazing. And is there any quota for that? Like we need to have?
Quota means?
The number of internship we need to hire.
As we said, now that the minimum is 50 and the maximum is 15% of the total employee strength of the company, and employee strength includes a contractual.
Contractual, like the total pay registered employees, not necessary that all needs to have a PF deduction and all stuff, correct?
Yes.
All right, I appreciate it, and I think that's about it. Thank you.
So, I think Bala sir Bala sir has a hard stop at 4 o'clock. So,
Yeah.
Sir, I would just request from Bala sir if sir can just give some closing remarks, and maybe we can continue with questionnaires. But sir, any closing remarks?
Ranveer, thank you, and Nitin, thank you for taking all the questions and answering. As Nitin Patial is doing the job, I'll take maybe a minute, since me and Mr. Mahendra both are having meeting with state governments for the same purpose, since state governments are also very important stakeholders. Another meeting is lined up. As I've also seen all the queries which came in the chat box, and most of the queries were answered by Mr. Siddharth from the team. But please record all those questions and then make it in a form of a frequently asked questions, and then that can be shared as one of the member is asking in the minutes of the meeting format. And again, since we have included separate category, that is the reason we are having. Even if you are, that's very important question. That's the reason, though Nitin answered that, I am just reiterating. Though you are not falling, some of you not falling under the category of 1,000 crores turnover or 500 crores of net worth or having CSR expenditure, still if you are falling in any of the other category, where we can take you in, but only in consultation with Nasscom. In case of GCC, Nasscom, as well as we are also going to talk to MeitY and then DPIIT. We have issued broader guidelines, and then final details will be issued. That is also one of the reasons we are having this meeting, but we'll do it quickly. We'll be very happy to have all of you, which will provide those companies who can provide good internship opportunities. As one of the member rightly wrote, there are so many startups who can provide excellent learning opportunities to the interns. Again, many questions related to how this it is different from NAPS and NARS. I would be reiterating the same thing. Even as Nitin was mentioning, we don't even ask for proof that you share it with a bank statement of 900. We completely it's a trust-based program. That is the reason we left almost everything to the company, because it better. We don't want to prescribe you need to do this curriculum, this because the requirement, the gap, because it is again constantly evolving. For example, even if finalize, okay, this is what you need to teach to those interns for in 6 months, it changes. That's the reason we kept it to you. decide. Of course, there is you have to share the details in the portal, and you have to upload the quarterly progress report. These are basic requirements. Otherwise, all of them, all the details are left to you. That is the major, biggest differentiator. If you ask me, what is the difference between NAT, SNAPS, other skilling program, apprenticeship program? This is the biggest differentiator. So I stop here, and thank you to Nasscom for organizing, and thank you to each and every participant who participated, and also a big thanks to those champion companies already participating in PMIS and doing great job. And you need to see those kids' face, and then the kind of joy they have when they get into IBM or they get into any company. From again, it is not mandatory that you have to select interns from tier 2 and tier 3. It is, of course, we encourage, because we the portal is available for everyone to fill in their application. But again, it is for you to decide. I stop here, and a big thanks to everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you once again for joining today's PMI's webinar, which is organized by Nasscom in collaboration with Ministry of Corporate Affairs. We sincerely thank senior MCA officials, Joint Secretary Shri Balamurugan Ji, Director Mahendra Kumar, Joint Director Nitin, Himani, Deputy Director, and all the industry speakers and all the participating member companies for taking out time for such an engaging and insightful session. Thank you once again. And for any further questions on PMIS, please reach out to your respective regional team SPOC. Thank you once again for the session.